Mr. Crow's Bakery, written and illustrated by Satoshi Kako. カラスのパン屋さん。The little forest called Springwood was home to many crows. If you were to count all the trees in Springwood, you'd be sure to find 200 big trees, 400 middle-sized trees, and 800 small trees. And on the tops of all those trees were the homes of all the crows. Now, if you were to go to Springwood and walk down Spicebush Road to 3rd Avenue, there, on the corner, you'd find a middle-sized tree, and on the top of this tree was located Mr. Crow's Bakery. 小さな森の中はカラスのお家でいっぱい。大きな木や中ぐらいの木、それから小さな木もありました。でも、カラスのパン屋さんがあるのは中ぐらいの木の上でした。Four babies were born to Mr. and Mrs. Crow, the bakers. Sweet little crows they were. However, they weren't your ordinary baby crows, for none of them was black. One was white, one yellow, one red, and one brown. Their parents were a little surprised, but never mind, they were overjoyed to welcome their babies. They named the four by their colors. The first one, rice cake, the next, lemon, then apple, and the last but not least, cocoa. Fussing over their babies' each and every need, they were truly tender, loving parents. お父さんガラスとお母さんガラスの間に4匹のかわいい赤ちゃんが生まれました。4匹とも色が違うので、色によって名前をつけました。白いのはお米ちゃん、黄色のはレモンちゃん、赤いのはリンゴちゃんで、茶色いのはモカちゃんとかな。子育ては忙しかったけれど、大事に大事に育てました。Daddy Crow rose early every morning, for he was a busy baker. He would knead the dough, shape it into loaves, and pop them in the oven to bake. But when the babies awoke and started to cry, he would run to cradle them and hold them in his arms.So, from time to time, he would burn the loaves black, or he would take them out too early when they were only half baked. Mother was also busy, hustling and bustling about, cleaning up the shop. But when the baby crow began to cry, she would run to their side to give them their milk or change their diapers.So there were times when she would keep customers waiting or open the shops even though it was still a real mess. Busy, busy, busy were Daddy and Mommy. So it's true, their bread was not up to its usual standard. Because of that, the number of customers dwindled and dwindled and dwindled some more.Soon, Mr. and Mrs. Crow became very poor indeed. とっても忙しかったので、パンは時々黒焦げになったり生焼けになったり。それからお母さんも忙しくて、お店は掃除はできないし、お客さんは待たせるし、そのうちお店のお客さんはどんどん減っていきました。Daddy and Mommy worried every day about what to do, but their 4 little chicks, Coco, Apple, Lemon, and Rice Cake, couldn't care less about their problems and grew up strong and healthy. The 4 chicks would run about, get into all kinds of mischief, whine for this, clamor for that, and were often heard to say things like, Daddy, I fell and hurt my knee. I don't want to wear these pants with patches all over them. Let's have a sword fight. Draw your sword. Mommy, I'm hungry. Give me something to eat. With baking, shopkeeping, and raising their 4 little babes, Mommy and Daddy Crow had their hands full. Busy, busy, busy. And so, all the burnt and half-baked bread ended up being snacks for their chicks. 大忙しだったので、黒焦げになったり生焼けのパンは結局赤ちゃんたちのおやつになったりしました。Seeing Coco and his sibling munching on their special-looking breads, the neighbor chick said, "You 4 are lucky. You always get to eat such special-looking breads." "Special they are, for they're our daddy's one-of-a-kind pastry breads," answered Coco. "But are they yummy?" asked one neighbor chick. "You said it. They're yummy, all right. If you don't believe me, just take a bite." Munching, the same chick said, "You are right. This bread is delicious. A little sour, but the smell is wonderful. I want to buy some tomorrow, so promise me you'll set some aside." Another neighbor chick said, "I'm going to have my mommy buy me lots, so set some aside for me too." Coco was delighted. "Right-o! I promise I'll set aside some yummy breads for you all." 近所の子供たちが、いいね、特別なパンが食べられてって言うから、ココはお父さんに頼んで、みんな買いたがってるから取り置きしておくことにしました。Right away, the 4 chicks went to Daddy and begged him to bake more of his special yummy breads, saying, "Inky and Blackie said they want to buy some special bread tomorrow." Daddy was surprised. "Really? They really want to eat some of my overbaked and underbaked bread? Why, that's no problem. I can do it, even while I give you 4 a scolding." "Daddy, Maya and Dan said they want to buy lots too." Irritated, Daddy replied, "Is that so? Is that right, Lemon? Well then, the 4 of you can lend me a hand." "Sure, Daddy, sure. We would be glad to help." So everyone together whomped and kneaded the bread. Then they rounded and pounded and shaped the dough, popped it into the oven to bake, and パンは焼けたかな？みんなで力を合わせて焼いたんだよね。Soon, out of the oven came all kinds of freshly baked, delicious and scrumptious-looking bread. とっても美味しいパンが焼けました。The next day, all the neighbor crow chicks came from near and far, and this is what they said. "I'd like some yummy bread, please." "Yes, yes, here you are." "I want some too." "Me too. And hurry, will you?" "Yes, yes. Please wait 1 minute." "This pastry bread is delicious." "Well, we are glad you like it. If only the price was a bit cheaper, I could buy some every day. Could you please clean up this shop a bit?" "Yes, yes, we are very sorry. I just wish you had many more kinds of breads." "Thank you, thank you, thank you very much." As soon as all the neighbor chicks had left, Mr. and Mrs. Crow and their 4 chicks set about cleaning up the shop. Then Mr. and Mrs. Crow and their 4 little ones put their heads together and 近所の子供たちが、おいしいね、これちょうだい、あれちょうだい。もっと 種類を増やしてよ。というので、家族総出でみんなで知恵を絞って、さあどんなパンができるんだろうね。They decided to bake all sorts of delicious and scrumptious breads made into all sorts of wonderful shapes. Hammer bread, star bread, strawberry bread, rice cooker bread, bean bread, penguin bread, mushroom bread, ball bread, helicopter bread, fox bread, tulip bread, vase bread, TV bread, corn bread, frog bread, ostrich bread, crab bread, grape bread, hippo bread, dragonfly bread, boot bread, banana bread, turtle bread, turnip bread, duck bread, pineapple bread, tang bread, chicken bread, dinosaur bread, cat bread, car bread, soul bread, turban shell bread, ladybug bread, kettle bread, rabbit bread, crocodile bread, pot bread, hat bread, dove bread, glove bread, sake bottle bread, mandarin bread, snowman bread, scissors bread, toothbrush bread, telephone bread, clogs bread, cup bread, zebra bread, book bread, coral bread, daruma bread, snail bread, violin bread, yacht bread, cheese bread, lightning boy bread, eggplant bread, snake bread, radish bread, bamboo shoot bread, badger bread, pencil bread, fish bread, airplane bread, elephant bread, watermelon bread, panda bread, cactus bread, rice cake offering bread, octopus bread, butterfly bread, squid bread, drum bread, squash bread, puppy bread, mouse bread, giraffe bread, piano bread, whale bread, pig bread, apple bread, and chestnut bread. So many kinds. The smell of fresh bread carried by the morning breeze filled the whole of the woods. Word of Mr. Crow's fun and yummy breads had spread like wildfire. Even before the break of dawn, crow chicks from every neck of woods were flying straight for the bakery. Aroused by the commotion and rubbing his eyes, sleepy Geoffrey said, "What's all the fuss? What's going on? A grand sale of freshly baked bread, you say? Right-o, I'm off to buy me some." Carrying a big bucket, greedy Geoffrey took off for the bakery. Seeing the sky full of birds in flight, Freddie cried out, "Where in the world are you all rushing to?" "They've fired the oven, sir, at Mr. Crow's bakery," said one young chick as she flew by. "Fire, you say? Mr. Crow's bakery is on fire. Oh dear, what shall we do?" A flustered Freddie telephoned the fire department. Immediately, the firefighters jumped on the fire engine and they were off singing, "Fire, fire, great big fire, the bakery is in flames. Lots are injured, lots are hurt, so let's hurry now, hurry." Hearing this, the ambulance took off with the ambulance driver singing, "Lots are injured, lots are hurt, some are bleeding, some have fallen. All kinds of trouble, everyone's run riot." Police got word of this terrible news, so they ordered one whole regiment of police wielding batons to the scene. They sped to the scene in formation, singing, "Riots! It's riots! All kinds of wicked ones doing all kinds of wicked things. They're robbers and villains and gangsters galore. They've got pistols and shotguns and they're all in the middle of a great big shootout. Da-da-da-dun-da-dun." And so the commotion grew wilder and wilder. Among the flock flying straight for the bakery were Mountain Mama, Aunt Frizzy Feather, Uncle Sesame, Master Milburn, Red, and Blackwing Restaurant's owner, Madame Black. Everyone came flying from all directions. Even the reporter from the Sunset Daily News and the camera woman from Coco TV came running to find out what was the matter. いろんなとこからいろんな人がやってきたね。メディアの人もやってきたよ。ニュースにするのかね。From north, south, east, and west, all of Springwood's black-feathered friends gathered in front of Mr. Crow's bakery. There was pushing and shoving and flapping and jostling, and it was all-out confusion. So, Mr. Crow, with megaphone in hand, made one loud and clear announcement. Welcome everyone to our bakery. We are now going to sell you our freshly baked bread. As you can see, there are so many of you, and we want to make sure you all get some. So we are going to ask you to buy no more than 3 breads per crow. All feathered customers who'd like to buy 3 breads, please line up behind the brown pinwheel. All for 2, please queue up behind the red pinwheel. And all for 1 behind the yellow pinwheel. And all of you who'd just like to look on, please line up behind the white pinwheel. 北から南からいろんなとこからたくさんのカラスが集まってきたので、お父さんガラスはメガホンを持ってみんなに説明しました。皆さん、ようこそ私たちのベーカリーに。さて、皆さんに買ってもらいたいので、1人3個までにします。3個欲しい人は、2個欲しい人は、1個欲しい人、ただ見るだけの人は、それぞれ風車のところに並んでください。説明したんだね。All of a sudden, the confusion ceased. Everyone queued up behind their pinwheel of choice in an orderly fashion, and peace prevailed. What was marvelous was that all the firefighters who had thought the bakery was on fire, and all the police who had misunderstood the confusion to be a shootout, they too were all in the lines of their choices. And behind the white pinwheel, there was not one crow. That's 1 bread you want, is it? Thank you very much. 3 for you. All right, here you are. Thanks, and have a good day. By and by, all the customers with bread in hand or beak flew off home smiling. アナウンスがあった後、静かになりました。ね。みんな列に並んだんだよね。どうもありがとう。1つですか？ 3 つですね。さて、パンを持ったカラスたちは嬉しそうにお家に帰っていきました。And so Mr. and Mrs. Crow and their 4 little ones worked hard every day baking bread. The customers were overjoyed, and Mr. Crow's bakery became one of the most popular shops in the woods. Now, if you should walk by a wood someday and happen to get a whiff of some freshly baked bread, be sure to take a look away up high in the trees. And if you see some pinwheels spinning round, you'll know for sure you have arrived at Mr. Crow's bakery in Springwood. And if you are lucky, very, very lucky, you may even be able to meet cocoa and rice cake, lemon and apple, and have a bite of their scrumptious bread. お父さんとお母さんのカラス、それから4匹の赤ちゃんガラスはパンを焼いて毎日一生懸命働きました。お客さんもとても喜んでくれて、 カラスのパン屋さんは森の中で一番人気になりました。さて、もし皆さんが森へ行っておいしそうなパンの匂いがしてきたら上を見上げてください。そして風車が回っていたらそこはきっとカラスのパン屋さんです。運が良ければ、とっても運が良ければ、きっとモカちゃんやお米ちゃん、レモンちゃんやアップルちゃんに会えるかも。それからおいしそうなパンも食べれるかもしれませんね。おしまい。